even here at HSN with Jay. We do have some earrings that will coordinate perfectly. We're gonna show those to you now. The turquoise in what I'm about to show you is already getting limited.
Right, that's Crow's Peak too.
Crow's Peak too.
That's an American turquoise that comes out of Kingman, Arizona, out of Mineral Park.
And there's your lapis. We also have your Crow's Peak turquoise, and then we have this spectacular, bright but a beauty, and it's red coral. Okay, so here it is. Jay, did you design this? I love that design.
I didn't.
I'm gonna stop asking. That's awkward, okay? That's awkward.
Well, it's not the size of a house.
Team.
So anytime it's the size of a house, you can pretty much ensure that
I have a couple on the tray for you.
You know, these are really, I consider myself a redneck rock hound, and you can tell it in my designs. I'm really about, and I've always been like that. I love the silver, and I like to make big, bold silver. Don't get me wrong, but I really am more about the material, the stone. That's what I fall in love with, and that's what's really great about Mine Finds, and it's really great about what we do. Like I said, we have a group of artists, and we design everything in house. All the lapidary work's done in-house from the natural rough materials. We don't buy things already pre-finished. We work right from the rough. That's why I can tell you with great confidence where it came from, and and that it's real, right? Or what it is. Also, all the silver work is all done in-house by our silversmiths and by our personnel. I mean, it's really kind of a, we really have everything from ground up. I don't think you could get any closer to a manufacturer than what you're seeing here. We do have different artists. And like I said, we don't have any outside artists. All the things you're seeing are things that we do just for the show. They're not something we don't sell to other markets. They're brought here exclusively. The only other way that you'll ever see any of these designs is we have a store that we open up 4 times a year for 2 weeks at a time in Albuquerque. That we put our designs. We design an unbelievable, we probably design more in a week than I would venture to guess. And again, I don't know, maybe there are people that do as many as we do, but I'm not aware of it. We probably do as many designs in a week than a lot of people do in a year.
You're right. Oh, update, rhodochrosite earrings are gone. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on that.
That's a wonderful accomplishment, seriously. So we'll keep you posted about the other rhodochrosite. And the bracelet's gone too?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces.
Okay, how many of the necklaces do we have left? We'll let you know. Fewer than 300 available in the necklace too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you can get in on that, because like I said, that is something that's really unique, very different, and it's something that you won't see from me. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't love to do it.
We'd love to.
It's just that I can't.
It's just not happening because he bought all of it and he just used all of it in that suite. These earrings, Jay, and the turquoise are gonna go first. That's Crow's Peak. We have your coral, another coral strand is coming up too if you wanted to mix and match. And then you saw that lapis necklace. I just showed it to you in a flash of light, so I'm not even sure you grabbed the item number, but that is your perfect complement. Even if you just have a liquid silver necklace or a silver strand, a chain, put these earrings on, and do you see, I'm gonna hold still, do you see how they're still moving just a little bit? That's just to show you that, look, holding this still is a lot easier than, not as easy as it looks, as you can tell. I'm a highly skilled professional and I have a lot of coffee. But did you notice how they still just move a little bit? And that speaks to how comfortable they are. Oh, okay, 90 seconds or sell out, whichever happens first. I've just been updated by our brilliant producer, Adam. In the control room, the coral is most limited now. Ooh, those are good. That's a great, I love that earring.
Don't you love this? And okay, look at the quality of the turquoise here.
Look at the size of that cap.
This is American turquoise. It comes out of Mineral Park. It comes out of Kingman, Arizona. The last active, commercially active turquoise mine that I personally am aware of in the United States. But if you look at the quality of this, and I will tell you now on this material, I've owned this material for about 5 years.
The turquoise?
Yeah, for that particular turquoise. That turquoise rough today, if I went to buy it, the rough would cost either 5 to 10 times what I paid for it at the time when it first came out. This is something that the American turquoise, particularly from that deposit, just keeps going up, 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 up in price. This is, it's not that we ever sell anything bad, right? But we always save the absolute best for last. And I'm really down on, as far as my Kingman and my Mineral Park, I'm really down as low as I've ever been on it. I'm not able to replenish it. Not that it's not available, it's just like I can't, I really can't afford it and do the prices and be able to deliver what I would want to deliver to our viewers anyway. But if you look at this and look at the clarity of this, and again, this is all natural. Okay, the natural color, it's not enhanced. There's no color enhancement to it. Look how clean it is, how beautiful it is. The same thing with the lapis on this. Look at the grade of the lapis that you're seeing.
And that lapis is the strand that I was talking about. It goes right back to these earrings. The necklace, will give you the information on it, but those earrings, your choice of, by the way, that red coral is so vibrant, and that color by your face, you're gonna love how it just perks things up. The lapis, we're gonna give